So in today's video, I'm going to be talking about fatherhood. More specifically, what it was like for me becoming a dad at the age of 23 years old, just my story and my experience. So before I get into this video, I just wanted to let everyone know, whether you are not a dad or you are a dad or you don't want to be a dad, you want to be a dad one day, you're single, you're in a relationship, I think everyone can benefit from listening to this video. Like I said, even if you don't want to have kids in life, your mind can always change, and I think it's good to have an understanding, right? And it's good to hear people's experiences and stories with all this, right? So I'm going to get into it. I'm going to start back in March of 2023 is when I met my current fiance. So March 2023, we met on this dating app. We went on our first date, went good. And things progressively have gotten more and more serious, right, over the few months. And then around 3 months into our relationship, she having some family issues and she needed a place to stay. So I had her come move in with me. I lived by myself in a 1-bedroom apartment. So we were living together for about a month, and then we found out she got pregnant. So when we found that out, you go through a lot of different emotions and feelings. It was a lot of course, joy and excitement, but also nervous and scared, little unexpected. This wasn't particularly planned, but at the same time, it was like, whatever's going to happen. Like, really wasn't using protection, just not being cautious, really. And I've always wanted to be a dad, so I was like, if it happens, it happens. I felt that I would be... I was at a point in my life where I felt I was financially stable enough to take care of a baby. Kind of underestimated it looking back, as I'm going to get into it. But yeah, definitely underestimated it. But yeah, at the time, that's what my mindset was. That's how I was thinking. So that happened. And so that was June of 2023. So everything's going well with the pregnancy. The first few months, second trimester, that's going good. And during this time, I'm actively looking for places for us to live, because we didn't want to be, or at least I didn't want to be in that apartment. Because like I said, it was a 1-bedroom apartment. It was small. It was $1,100 a month. I live in New Jersey, so it might be a little higher than where you live, but the apartment complex was very old. It wasn't the cleanest apartment complex. Like a lot of us we had German roaches. It wasn't the best place. We needed to get out of there. I didn't want a newborn in that environment. It wasn't god awful by any means, but it wasn't suitable for a little baby, and also just it wasn't enough room, really. So in October of 2023, we ended up moving into a 2-bedroom apartment, same town, about 5-10 minutes away. And it was good, but much better. But of course, with that said, the price increased. So like I said before, my 1-bedroom apartment was $1,100. This 2-bedroom apartment was almost $2,000 a month. And yes, at the time we were both still working, but we knew after my girlfriend was going to give birth, she wasn't going to go back to work for a few reasons. The main one, or I guess there really wasn't one main one, but the first reason was her pay really wasn't that great. She was there for 2 years. She was a team lead, and they paid her $1 over minimum wage. On top of that, she had almost an hour commute now because she's moved in with me, and it just did not make a whole lot of sense for her to stay there. And, as you know, we're doing the finances and the money and everything. It wouldn't have made sense for us to send her off to daycare. Financial sense, it was too much, and it wouldn't have worked, right? So it was just easier if she's a stay-at-home mom, right? And that's what she still is to this day, almost a year later. And it's working, right? That was our plan, and that's what ended up happening. So, like I said, we got the apartment in October, but now from October to February until a baby was born, it was a big change. You have to, realize that. Like, this is one of the things where I was saying where I kind of underestimated the amount of money, I guess, that I should have been making. This was bad on my part because, I didn't get like a crazy pay increase from moving, right? So, and I knew her income was going to be stopping, shortly after the baby was born. So it was definitely a lot of stress. And I mean, and the thing is too, with maternity leave in New Jersey, you get 3 months, but you don't, I don't know if, I'm sure every other state's like this. I don't know if you're in the UK or another country, but it takes forever to get maternity leave from the state, like months after. So this whole time, I'm the sole provider. I'm the one that's making the extra money, right? Well, not even extra money, but I'm the one making all the money. So I'm supporting, providing for me and my pregnant girlfriend at the time, and my back is completely against the wall, as you can imagine, and it's very tight. And I had a little business going. It was only making a couple $100s a month at the time, so it really was nothing significant. The extra cash helped out a little bit, sure, but it really was nothing that was like life changing. So it was tough. And it ended up we were living off credit cards for months, and this is where like the stress and the anxiety levels really start to heighten, because I've never been one to to go into debt or anything like that, and yeah, it started taking a toll on me, and and at the same time, like I said, like I'm taking care of not only financially, but you have to understand, like, you have a pregnant girlfriend, a pregnant, whether you have a pregnant friend, a mom, like anyone, like the mood swings and just the care they need. And it's a lot, right? It's a lot in general, but when you're not financially stable, it's really tough. Again, I underestimated it a ton. I thought I would have been fine, but you don't realize how much goes into everything to having a kid, and it was very difficult. And as we're going through everything, February comes around, and that was her due date, and February 16th our daughter was born, and everything, like I said, thank goodness, and her insurance, because she's on the she's on like the state's insurance, and they covered everything. Like, I didn't have to pay a penny for any medical fees, which was amazing, and I'm so grateful and thankful for that. And that helped a ton. But yeah, and of course, like I said, more importantly, the safety. Everything was great with our daughter, with my girlfriend. Everything went well and smooth. So, like I said, we bring her home after a couple of days, and it's great. But, and you want to enjoy these moments, right? And that's what I'm trying to do. But there's always in the back of my head the money. The money is always on the back, and that's why I can't stress this enough. Wherever you're at, you want to have kids, you don't want to have kids, try to just be as financially stable as much as you can. And if you think you are, double what you think you have to get to. Like, you have to, like, you have to, like, you have to go higher than you think you need, because I'm telling you, it's so much, and there's a lot of unexpected costs and things that happen that you just don't know about until it actually happens. And it becomes so much, and it's so stressful, and you want to enjoy these times, right? Because you start a family and everything. And of course I am, but like I said, there's always the pit in my gut that's telling me the money, like, always in the back of my head, and I'm trying to grow my business, but it's kind of it's stale, it's stalling out. It's just kind of like I said, a couple $100 every month. And it's, again, when it might sound good, but it's really not doing much. So at that point, I was with my job when February came, I was with my job for over a year, and March came around and I just couldn't take it anymore. I was tired of seeing my debt keep continuing to pile up, and I just couldn't take it anymore. I got a new job. Well, I got a new job offer. I gave him my 2 weeks at my job, and they were like, no, we're going to match it. We want you here. So the raise definitely helped me. It definitely did. And, like I said, that was in March of 2024. Right, because that's yeah. So when I said she was born February 2024, March 2024, I got my raise, which it helped a lot. And, and then my hours pick up at my job. So last summer and springtime, it's overtime, so it was good. And it's much better now. And as you're just going through everything, you want to be able to enjoy the time. And like I said, my fiance is still a stay-at-home mom, and now that the summer is over, it kind of gets tough again because I lose overtime. So now I'm working at this point. I'm working 3 jobs. I do my day job, I do DoorDash and Uber Eats, and I also work at this Target. This Target's across the street from me, but Target has this thing, it's called like Target Flex, to where like I can basically work whenever I want. So like if I want to pick up a shift on like a weekend, I can do it. It's really good. It works for my situation perfectly. But yeah, it works for me great. And it's still tough though. Like I wish I had more money to invest. I wish I had more money to, give my family, more, like, again, people might look at my situation and think I'm financially stable because, I have a roof over our heads, we have food. Yes, we have the basic necessities, of course, and I'm grateful and thankful for that. But I want to give them more. Like, you want to give, when you have, whether you just have a girlfriend or even just yourself, a kid, you want to give them the world. And it's tough waking up every morning just knowing that I can't be the father or the husband that I want to be because I just don't make enough money right now. And it's tough. Like I want to buy a house. There's so much I want to accomplish still in this life. And it feels like it's, like I said, my back is completely against the wall, and it's tough sometimes, but all that to be said, it's so worth it. It's so fulfilling. And it gives my life meaning. It gives my life, a purpose, and it's so worth it. It's stressful. It's a lot, but it's worth it. But my main advice, I guess I would really say about all this is definitely make sure you're financially stable, because you want to be able to enjoy these moments with your little family you're creating, and again, it's much better now. I'm still paying off the debt, but I'm not living on the credit cards anymore, which that feels amazing, and it's good to see the debt number go down every month instead of going up. But it's tough, and I don't like really talking about it, just because it's no one wants to talk about being in debt and everything, but I definitely just wanted to share my experience and share my story that my biggest advice is get financially stable. Make sure you are, and if you think you are, double it, because you want to not only be there physically, but you also want to be there mentally for your family. And, you want to give them the world, because it sucks. Because like I said, I'm still at that point where I still want to make more money. I still want to be more successful in life. And I want to be able to give them the world. And it's tough waking up every morning knowing you're not the father, you're not the husband that you want to be. But I know I have enough confidence and faith in myself and belief that I will get there in time. So I really appreciate you guys listening to this video. Please, if you have any comments, any questions, if you want me to dive into a specific topic deeper, I know I kind of just rambled on, but if you want me to, something I brought up, if you want me to, talk about it more, I definitely can make a video. I want to make a few different videos for a few different topics I've discussed moderately in this video, more in depth. But if there's something that you want me to get into, definitely leave a comment down below. But as always, I appreciate you guys for stopping by and watching this video, and I hope to see you in the next video. Peace.